was made. For those of you who don't know Mozambique, we thought it was important to take you there to try and give you the flavour of it. You can find the whole film on YouTube. It's called Homelands Malangatana. We're just going to play you the first 5 minutes, which is a whole week of driving around Maputo with the film crew, shooting street scenes and so on. It was a whole week boiled down to 5 minutes of film at the beginning of the hour, but I hope you'll enjoy it. We're just going to play the beginning of it.
This is the art of Malangatana Ngwenya. Its paintings and sculpture reflect the faces of a country that for the past 26 years has known not one day of peace. The country has been devastated by war, firstly against the colonial Portuguese, and today against the bandit force armed and controlled from South Africa, a war that has claimed the lives of 1 million Mozambicans. But despite the war, and despite a growing international reputation as an artist, Malangatana has stayed in his country, using his art as a weapon in the fight.
Just some weeks ago, people say to me, your art is so important. Why you don't come and live in Europe? But I can't do it, because who gives me this kind of expression? The people of this country, is this country, is this the whole Mozambique, from north to south, from east to west. Is this Southern Africa that is giving me all these colors, all those expressions. That's what happened.
I'm glad you saw that, and I think then you can abuse them, you can do egregious things to them, you could even kill them. And Malangatana just said no. I don't buy that. And his paintings, although many people thought that he was channeling some ancient eternal spirit of Africa, or even the spirit of the collective unconscious of humanity, but actually for those with eyes to see, they knew what his agenda was. And the example that we can draw from him, from that, is that faced with that depersonalização, faced with that dehumanization of racism and colonialism in Maputo, in the whole of Mozambique at that time, he found a way through his work, through his art, do something about it. And it's that awful feeling, which I'm sure a lot of us have at the moment, is what can we do? We're just appalled. It's so abhorrent what's going on. He found a way. He did what he could do, and in that way, he speaks to us across the years, although he's passed on since 2011. But he was a person who used the talents he got, who used the things he could do to stand up against the dehumanization which was going on in his life in colonial times. After independence in 1975, I think there's another parallel. Because if I say that Mozambique was attacked by an apartheid regime in the next door territory, does that ring any bells with you today? I'm going to finish by giving you his own words about it. He said that Renamo, which was the dissident organisation in Mozambique, which was a proxy organisation supported by the South African apartheid regime across the border from Mozambique, caused absolute mayhem. It did economic sabotage, as I think we saw in the film earlier. Over 1 million Mozambicans were killed. If you do the proportions, I forget the figures, but as a proportion of those killed to the whole population, that is alarmingly higher than the deaths in Britain in the Second World War. So Mozambique had a real bad time in the 1980s from this internal war, which was backed by the armed, the bandidos, Malangatana Ngwenya, were armed by South Africa and their international friends, kept their mouths shut. Does that ring any bells? And what Malangatana said was that Renamo, this dissident organisation backed by South Africa, intend the total destruction of generation upon generation of my people. It's a huge tragedy. I sense that their objective is to destroy our future, everything that can be a tomorrow, bearing witness to what we were yesterday and what we are today. And I'll finish on that note, that he used his art. There are 3 paintings in particular which are in Maputo and which, come on, the tape needs to show them. It's been from 1963 to 2025, it's too long. And, well, I rest my case.
So, I have the easy part of thanking everybody for this evening, and the drinks are at the back, by the way. So, I'd like to thank Dr. Chris Spring. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time this evening to speak about Malangatana. I'd like to thank Richard's daughter and his wife, Julia, who, yes, you've done a fantastic job. You've got a job at the Africa Centre anytime. Poorly paid, but it's and I would really like to thank everybody that's been involved